If you remember, if you remember, if you remember.
Welcome to another session of Art with Kenneth on the KJL podcast channel. I'm your host, Kenneth J. Sr. Today I'm sharing part one of a painting in progress, an evocative figure study set against an urban backdrop. This is a continuation of my storytelling through paint, and I'm excited to walk you through the evolution from sketch to this early expressive layer of oil. I began this piece by preparing the surface with a presentation panel and applying rich red acrylic wash. This warm tone becomes the undercurrent of the entire composition, infusing the piece with vibrancy and helping to unify the palette as I build layers of color. Over the acrylic wash, I drew the sketch using black acrylic paint. You'll notice the lines are purposeful yet loose, guiding the composition without locking it down too tightly. I like to preserve a sense of openness at this stage so the painting can evolve organically. Tubes of rich oil paint lined up, brushes arranged by size, and a well-used palette loaded with color, ready for the next layer. The technique I'm using here is oil over acrylic. This approach has several benefits. It lets me use the fast-drying qualities of acrylic to lay down an underpainting quickly, while the oil paint provides depth, richness, and blendability. Oil over acrylic works beautifully as long as you follow the fat over lean principle. Because the acrylics dry fast or water-based, they create a stable foundation for oil, which dries more slowly and allows for extended blending time. From the beginning, I'm working in the background, buildings, storefronts. The architecture rises gently around the figure, not with precise realism, but with evocative rhythm. It frames the narrative without overpowering it, letting Harlem speak through gesture rather than detail. Broad brushstrokes in ochres, siennas, dusty rose, and pale pinks build the facade, and the rooftop silhouettes giving just enough shape to suggest time and place. The background leans ever so slightly intentionally, creating a gentle, rhythmic tension that suggests motion, like a jazz chord lingering in the air. I approach the environment with an impressionistic intent, allowing the atmosphere to breathe, letting light and color tell the story more than line. The sidewalk and street take on muted notes of lavender, steel gray, and soft slate blue. These hues quiet the palette and balance the warmth of the surrounding buildings, anchoring the composition while creating a stillness that feels almost cinematic. And then something subtle but powerful emerges: the silence. No other figures, no cars, no clutter, just open space and the echo of a city momentarily paused. It's morning, or perhaps it's evening, a transitional hour. A hush has settled on the block, making her presence more pronounced and more meaningful. The woman at the heart of Harlem Stroll is stepping forward with quiet confidence. Her movement is unhurried yet assured. She is dressed in grace. She is timeless. Her fashion, her presence, evoking a mid-20th century Harlem aesthetic, rich in pride and personal style. Her posture also, it's poetic. One leg placed ahead of the other in a deliberate stride, shoulders relaxed, arms composed, but expressive. She walks like she owns the moment, not by force, but by spirit. There's pride in her stride, and yet a contemplative energy in her stillness. The colors may change in part two, but she's right where she needs to be right now. She is dressed in grace, a mint green jacket, tailored and sharp, paired with a flowing, deeper green skirt. A dark forest green hat tilts slightly over her brow. Her matching shoes click softly on the street, though the sound is imagined. Painting her felt like jazz improvisation, a balance of rhythm and restraint. I worked quickly, wet on wet, allowing pigments to meet and mingle naturally. I'd paint her coat, then return to a window. I'd outline the shape of her hand, then soften the building edge behind her. This back and forth dance ensured that she never felt superimposed. Instead, she felt emerged from Harlem itself, her energy rooted in the street's quiet pulse. Special care went into her face. Earthy tones of ochre, rose, and a subtle umber defined her features. I wasn't chasing photorealism, but rather a feeling: thoughtfulness, presence, resilience. Her gaze is lifted, not in defiance, but in self-possession. She sees ahead. She carries herself with quiet authority. As her form settles into the canvas, I returned again to the world around her. I gave the buildings more light, not painted directly, but implied. A glow in the windows, a sheen on the sidewalk. The city is still, but not asleep. It hums beneath the surface. The atmosphere now felt full and yet restrained. A story without words, a melody without noise. Harlem Stroll speaks in silence, in movement, in suggestion. The brushstrokes remain loose, the oil's still wet, and that's the beauty of this moment. It hasn't fully arrived yet, but it's already breathing. This is the painting in its first breath, alive with potential, filled with mood, wrapped in quiet motion. Even without the final refinements, it already whispers its story to the viewer. Of Harlem, of grace, of a woman strolling through stillness with style and soul. As I step back and look at this first stage of Harlem Stroll, what stands out most is her presence, her stride, her confidence, her place in rhythm of Harlem streets. The bold greens of her outfit contrast beautifully against the warm tones of the city, allowing her to rise forward while staying rooted in her environment. The looseness of the brushstroke keeps it alive, the wind in her jacket the suggestion of music in the air. The distant hum of a Harlem morning. It's a painting still in transition, but already full of soul. This is part one of an early but essential chapter. I'll let this oil layer dry for about a week, and when we return in part two, we'll refine the narrative. Sharp edges, subtle shadows, facial expressions, background details. But for now, Harlem Stroll stands as a snapshot of energy and grace, walking with us in mid-step, mid-story. Now, take a look at these other pieces. I've got over 10 more paintings in progress, same surface, same method. Red and blue acrylic washes, black gesture sketches, each one waiting for oil. This is the beginning of a full series. Every figure has a story, every gesture a memory. I'll be working through them one by one on this channel in this studio. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Harlem Stroll Painting Part 1, right here on Art with Kenneth, part of the KJL podcast channel on YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel with fellow art lovers. This is Art with Kenneth, where we create, we reflect, and we honor the stories we carry on canvas. Until next time, stay visionary, stay open, and always dig deeper. Thank you for joining me today on the KJL podcast channel. Your time, support, and creativity mean the world to me. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps keep this artistic journey alive and thriving. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a brushstroke, story, or inspiring moment. Your encouragement fuels the art, podcast, and everything we create together. Stay inspired, stay curious, and remember, every masterpiece begins with a single brushstroke. Until next time, this is Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. signing off from the KJL podcast channel. See you soon.